Hi, I'm Shane Hurlbut, and I'm an ASC cinematographer, and I am going to be your mentor. This lesson is designed as an audio-visual experience, so make sure you hit the resource tab below and follow along with the PDF. All right, let's get started. Welcome to our lesson about how lenses assist storytelling, Part 2. The case study on this one is going to be Mr. 3000 for focal length choices. We're continuing our look into how lenses can help tell your story. Now I want to demonstrate how using different focal lengths can help assist your character's development in new ways. I'm going to take you through these choices and how they help create a character's arc. Yes, it's not only the writing, the story, and the acting that will take you there. It is the cinematographer's job to assist in this process. Composition and lens choice. A favorite film of mine that I have only discussed in a camera motion lesson is Mr. 3000. When I first spoke with director Charles Stone III about how we were going to tackle this film, we both discussed the vision of the show. This is the aspiration of every baseball player, to be in the show. Stan Ross was in the show with 3,000 hits and was on his way to the Hall of Fame, only to have it ripped out from underneath him by having 3 hits taken away. Now he's coming back out of retirement to reclaim those 3 hits. Lens height matters. How do we take an audience through the use of composition and lens choice to help assist a character's arc? Well, Charles and I wanted the audience to feel that when Stan Ross walked up to the plate for the first time, that this was a no-brainer. He was back. He was a great player, and he was ready to reclaim those 3 hits. So we used wide lenses to make Stan seem larger than life, back on the stage, back in the spotlight, and back in the show. We also chose a slightly lower angle on the camera so that he seemed big, a hero. This is very small adjustment that you can do to make your characters have power. Just lowering that camera under their eye line is huge in a close-up. And then even lower in the wide shots to give your character that hero status. You can also do the opposite by raising the camera over their eye line and looking down on them to make your character less powerful. Again, these are very subtle increases or decreases in the height of the lens. You will find what's right once you start experimenting with this technique. You're not just slapping on a lens and shooting your story. There are conscious choices that you can make as a filmmaker that will help take your audience on the intended journey that you want them to go on. In my opinion, zoom lenses make it easier to be a lazy filmmaker. Use primes to educate yourself about a particular choice. Let's address focal length and depth of field. Now, Stan is up at the plate for his first at bat. He is in the spotlight, right where he feels most comfortable. He readies himself. We are low, but not super low. Here's the first pitch, and bam, the smack of the glove, sound drops out, just Stan talking to himself. Look what we have done with the lens choice. We went from a wide angle at bat with the background slightly out of focus to a complete voyeuristic view with a 600 millimeter long lens and the background completely blown out of focus. Charles Stone and I wanted this to feel like tunnel vision for Stan Ross. He's talking to himself. He's trying to find his legs again at the plate, but he's unsuccessful. Notice how we see the pitcher's angles up in the beginning, not tipping the audience off. We're at normal height on the lens until he throws the first pitch. As the camera goes into tunnel vision on Stan Ross, the pitcher's angle goes low and heroic. Now the pitcher has the upper hand, the power angle, and the wide lens. The character arc of Stan Ross's journey of sacrifice. While watching the film, you will quickly see Bernie Mac's character, Stan Ross, is out for one thing and one thing only: himself. In short amount of time, he is torn down with every at bat. The next game is one that I love shooting because we use super slow-mo and the art of surreal to achieve the final product. Now, this tunnel vision that I talked about with the use of long lenses and incredibly shallow depth of field is taken a step further. We used a high-speed camera to shoot 1,000 frames per second. This was shot on film, not in the world of digital. When that camera fired up, it was like a jet engine spooling up to speed. 1,000 feet of film in 20 seconds flies through that photosonic camera. And it's like, wee! It's awesome. We set our lens at a 2 on a 100 millimeter Primo Prime lens. The ball is thrown 90 miles an hour and quickly goes out of focus, which was what we wanted to show, that Stan was having trouble seeing these pitches. He's not on his game. He talks the big talk, but he is way out of his league in terms of delivering the hits. Then we cut to Stan. I did a little trick here because I wanted to create a little nervous nature to Stan. He just got blasted on SportsCenter. He's a laughing stock. He needs this hit. He needs to deliver. So I used a 22-degree angle shutter to create a staccato effect. It made him feel edgy, hyper sharp with his emotions. No motion blur at all. The ball, again traveling at super slow-mo, starts to come into focus, but not all the way. Now, even closer on the ball, it comes into focus. It looks like Stan has found his vision. He's going to get his first hit, and then it all falls apart. He swings, 3 quick swings on the ball that is literally suspended in air. Then to put the nail in his character's arc coffin, we finish the sequence looking down on him from a high angle above to belittle our character, to make him small and feeling like a failure. This was all achieved with lens placement and focal length, which is the power of lens choice.
This millennium, then you can come on down. I can still swing my bat.
So you think you'll get 3 hits in your first 3 at-bats?
Words. Can't hold second.
Like Stan the statue.
When you get a base hit, this
You just gotta make the loose baby start hitting that ball.
1, 2.